All right, good morning and happy Sunday to everyone. It's January 31st, 2021. We're in the middle of the first really significant snowstorm of the season. There was that December snowstorm. We got a little bit of, dusting and some ice recently, but this is the first substantial plowable snow for a lot of the area here. My backyard here in Colesville is getting the first snowfall. Roads are already getting covered over. We had a nice little stretch of cold weather leading up to this, so that is that's certainly helping with the accumulation initially. You can see on the screen share right now, we've got snowfall all across the area right now, splotchy a little bit as the banding kind of sets up. Looks like a heavier band over the Annapolis area, a little bit north of Annapolis, Severna Park. You can see that just updated. Riviera Beach, Gibson Island, getting some heavier snow. Areas between the banding is going to have the typical areas of sinking air subsidence. So lighter snow right now across Rockville. By the time you view this video, that will have changed. Probably some of this banding down in Fairfax and Northern Virginia will have shifted north and east and probably will translate across the area. This area in the in between is not snowing there, but it's snowing comparably lighter. General 3 to 6 inches, maybe 7 in some isolated cases with this first slug of moisture. The concerning thing for snow lovers being that it's now looking like on the models that part two of the storm, which originally looked like the banding could potentially be all the way down to DC and maybe then north and east, is now shifting north and east of the area. That we're talking like Philadelphia, southeast Pennsylvania. Um, and that's one of the concerns for snow lovers that we've had all along with this storm is while some of the models were kind of banding us with part two, and giving us ridiculous amounts of snow. That no longer looks to be the case. Now, what I'll do is we'll just pull one of the models over here for an example. This is the Canadian sort of the regional model. I'm just using this as an example. It's certainly not, I don't have a preference of models right now. I'm just starting to look at them for the morning anyway. But take a look at the screen here and you can see, let's back it up here. You can see that's the slug of snow going through us right now. By this evening, probably taper off a little bit, might mix with some sleet. Southern Maryland might even switch over to rain, according to this model. Whether or not that's the case remains to be seen. But let's kind of push forward here, and you can see the low pressure has transferred at this point off the coast, and you can see it's kind of sitting off the Delaware coast, maybe off the Maryland-Delaware border there, and it gets kind of pulled back in. That's good for snow lovers, but the problem is where that retrograde happens is important. Earlier model runs kind of had it happening a little bit farther south, down here. And, there were a few models that even had it, tucking into the Norfolk area. That's a very favorable position for us. The position it's in this model, is going to shift the banding way up into Pennsylvania. So the usual favored areas to our north and to our west, maybe not to our west even, but up toward Philly, northwest of Philly, northwest of the big cities up in New York and stuff. They're going to get banded according to this model. Now, there were some holdout models. In fact, this was one of the ones that showed us getting absolutely destroyed by snowfall for the Monday part of the storm. It's no longer showing that. So let's hop over to its high resolution, brother here, the HRDPS, the HRDPS model, if you will. Kind of a weird name, but you can see the same thing here. It kind of tucks right off of that Maryland-Delaware border for DC. And, this model here does show some of the heavy banding just barely touching DC here, but it's focused up well to our north and east. So maybe like northeast Maryland, you can see here, northwest of Pennsylvania or northwest of Philadelphia is getting just raked in this frame here. We need that low pressure to stall and tuck just a little bit farther south. That doesn't happen. Well, the Monday snowfall is looking pretty light for us. We'll probably add on a couple of inches maybe, but it'll be lighter snow. It certainly won't be, whiteout conditions or anything, nothing like that. If we hop over to the NAM here, I'm going to use the 12 kilometer. I know that's the parent domain of the NAM, just to show you general things here. You can see same general thing, low pressure transfer to the coast. Notice here, it does transfer a little bit farther south, but then it kind of starts heading north and east, tucks a little bit back. You can see there's a little bit uncertainty about where the model wants to place that low. If it's here, we're kind of screwed with snow. If we're back here, maybe a little bit better, but you can see that location is still right along that Maryland-Delaware border. For the heavier snow, you can see, again, it translates it well north into southern New England here. We need that low to kind of do that sort of loop-de-loop more like here. If it doesn't happen a little bit farther south, we end up not getting a whole lot from part two. So we get stuck at, 3 to 6 inches. It's been the reason why a lot of people were concerned about going with these ridiculous snowfall amounts of, 12 plus, 15 plus, 16 plus, whatever, um, probably not going to pan out for a lot of people, especially people who are down in Northern Virginia and such. Southern Maryland obviously naturally is going to get lower snowfall than Montgomery County, which will get lower snowfall than maybe Westminster. But it's certainly within the margin of error still for this storm to kind of tuck a little bit closer to the coast and a little bit farther south, but not a whole lot of agreement on that with the models right now. So for the time being, I think 4 to 8 inches, good bet. The higher end of that might be in danger. It's going to all depend on how hard the snow comes down today. There will be local maximums, there will be local minimums. But you can see on the maps here, we're kind of looking at, a moderate snowstorm for a big chunk of the area. I think the real heavy, significant totals are going to be focused north and east. And again, this is a two-part storm. There's going to be a lull tonight. It'll pick up again tomorrow. Some light snow may linger into Tuesday morning even, but by and large, mostly a moderate snowstorm for most of the area here. If any of that changes, we'll let you know, obviously. I'll hop back on live. You can follow me on Instagram at KMLORBZ. Going live on there at times during the day, but enjoy the snowfall. It'll be good sledding weather, shoveling, good exercise. Obviously, it's going to be a nice little blanket of snow. I just don't think we're gonna, hit historic territory here. There were a few model runs that kind of looked like we might get close to that. Not looking the case anymore. So stay tuned. I'll keep you updated, and have a great snow day. It's Sunday, January 31st, 2021.